cowboy hat.
She's on. All right, we are here at the Deni Ute Muster, and you'll never guess who I'm catching up with right now. He's made it all the way from Tassie.
So have you.
Yeah, well, we've got to get up here somehow. It is Zac Weeks. How are you going?
I'm so good. We just finished our set on the day stage and I'm like losing my mind.
How are you feeling? Is this something you've always wanted to do, perform at the Deni Ute Muster?
Since I knew about the muster, it was like bucket list. Yeah. And then last year would have been the dream because Kip Moore's my boy. Yeah. But then when I got the opportunity this year, I literally was just, I was at an Andrew Swift gig and I was opening for Andrew Swift and I got off the phone. I'm like, I'm playing the Deni Ute Muster. And Andrew Swift's like, nice. Because like, you know, he's done a couple.
He has.
And I'm sitting there like, I'm so excited. It was so good.
How do you decide like what songs you're going to perform? Because you only get a certain amount of time up on that stage. You want to make the most of it, right? How are you like crunching, like I'm going to play this, I'm going to play this?
I've got a rule, and I've got the rule at every gig, whether it's a pub gig, whether it's a massive gig like today. I play what I want to play, and sometimes that matches up with what the audience want. But I always like to play the, you know, song by everyone's favourite artist, but maybe not the song that everyone else wants to do. So got to have an example. So Kip Moore, we're going to bring him up again. Everyone wants something about a truck.
Yeah.
I always do my favourite, She's Mine, and everyone seems to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then of course got to chuck in my own stuff.
Yeah.
So my originals, Cowboy Hat, Shotgun Lover, they were must-dos today.
Yeah.
Didn't want to bring the mood down, so I left the light on, but yeah.
What was the vibe out like there? Was there a lot of people around? How were you feeling up on that stage?
As soon as I turned around, I started the first song, I turned around and then I looked and I was like, oh, and I started like, I teared up a little bit and I was trying to like avoid crying. So I literally looked up and started singing. And then as soon as that first song ended, everyone just like erupted. It was so cool. I was like, in awe the whole time. Anytime, you know, I saw someone's face someone make a weird face, I was like, is it me? But then they'd just erupt in cheers at the end, if I do say so myself. But
that's what we love.
The vibes were high.
Yes.
So much fun.
Good vibes. Always a good time at a Zac Weeks show, that's for sure. Well, you've performed at so many different types of gigs now, you know, birthdays to rodeos. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen a lot from up on that stage. Has there ever been anything really funny or really random that you've seen from performing, like down at the crowd? Lots of different types of events you've been at.
There is always something obscure. People are like, oh, doing a shoey is wild. That's normal now. Yeah. Like, I've seen some weird stuff. The Eagle Rock one took me by surprise, but I think that's pretty common these days. I think the weirdest thing was I was doing Sweet Caroline. And, you know, we all know, so good, so good, so good. I was at this wedding probably 5 years ago, and this is like inappropriate. Can I talk inappropriate on here?
Just go for it. Right. We're all here for it.
So, started the song and this, I think it was like the bridesmaid's husband just goes, ba, ba, ba. I was like, all right, that's normal. Yeah. Then good times never seem so good. And he just goes, oh no, you're making me horny. And I've never forgotten it. Every time I sing that song, I think of that. And people are like, why are you laughing? I'm like, because I can't get this guy out of my head just going, you're making me horny.
It's living rent-free in there every time.
Literally, living rent-free in my mind. It's,
my God. That's hilarious.
I don't even think that's the worst one. That's just the one, like the first thing that stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah.
But
oh my God, that's hilarious. Well, I've got a round of 5 fast questions here. Right. Deni edition, if you're up for it.
Yes, I haven't even been able to see much yet, so I'm worried that it's going to be out of my wheelhouse.
Okay, I feel like you'll be fine.
Okay.
You got this.
Yep.
All right, question number 1. Favourite song to perform, whether it's your own or a cover up on stage?
Cowboy Hat, so that's one of my ones. And today especially, like, I didn't expect many people to know it. And we had so many people in the crowd singing along to it. And it's just such a fun song.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that one.
That's my favourite song. I love that one. The second one I've got is Dream Festival lineup. Who's going to headline the stage with you at your Dream Festival lineup?
They have to be alive?
No, they can be dead or alive.
Kiss. I'm always a big Kiss fan. That's why I've decked out my vest. Me, so I can meet Kiss. Kip Moore's up there. It would just be a massive mix of glam rock artists and country artists. So I'd have Kiss, Bon Jovi, Poison, Motley Crue mixed in with Kip Moore, throw in John Williamson, throw in the Wolfe Brothers because I think they are arguably the best act in Australia,
Yeah.
and their performances are so much fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that. Kiss and the Wolfe Brothers.
Yes, I love it. I would definitely buy a ticket. I'm there. I'm so there. The next one we have is what's one thing you always either bring on tour or something you always do before you jump on stage? You got any like pre-show rituals, anything like that?
It's been a long time since I've done this, but every time I used to go on stage, for no reason, I used to pretend to morph like a Power Ranger.
What?
So I would go, so in Power Rangers Season 5, Power Rangers in Space, they would go, let's rock it. And I used to always do that. I haven't done it in a long time. Now I just
You don't do it
get
anymore.
a drink and...
You just get a drink and
Yeah.
like go to the toilet and stuff.
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, Power Rangers.
Yeah, Power Rangers though. That's what we're here for. The last question I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment on stage at all so far in your musical career? Ooh. Got you there.
I've had some doozies. A good one was, had to fix my lead up or I dropped a pick or something like that.
Yeah.
And I had to go pick it up off the ground and my pants just went...
You split your pants?
Yeah.
What did you do? How did you recover?
The only reason I split them was because I got fat and now I can't. I have to just get bigger jeans. I just was like, I'm just going to do the show. I just did the show and I didn't turn around the whole show.
You didn't get a jumper and like tie it around your waist or anything?
I did that once because it's happened multiple times apparently. I need to get better jeans. Kmart, I'm not going to you anymore.
Kmart's out.
Maybe I'll go to Ariat while I'm here at Deni.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just had to not turn around the whole gig.
Yeah.
And then walked out just shuffling along. So bad. I think it was a wedding too.
Yeah.
That's even
real appropriate. Yeah. For
Ridiculous.
a split pant. Yeah. Well, Zac Weeks, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you.
and enjoy the rest of Deni Ute Muster.
It's going to be so much fun. And now I'm done. I can just rock and roll the whole festival.
You can chill out, have a good time.
I'm so excited.
Thanks, Zac.
Thanks, Jay Halves.
She was lost until she found love in a country town.
Well, we are here at the Deni Ute Muster and catching up right now with Lane Pittman. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you going?
I'm good. This is our first time at Deni, so we've been here for like an hour now. I've just kind of been soaking it up. I tried to take a nap, but we're up and we're about and we're looking forward to tonight.
I was about to ask if this was your first Ute Muster. How are you feeling? Have you ever been to like another type of Ute Muster before, or it's your first kind?
No, this is my first kind. Like my mum and dad used to go to B&S's back in the day, and they've said that this is like somewhat comparable, but all the boys in the band have been, so they've told me it gets loose, and we're on at like 10 o'clock tonight, so I think everybody may be a little inebriated by the time we get on stage, so I'm excited to see what happens.
I love it. Have you got your Deni blue singlet ready to go, or we're feeling like a different kind of fit for tonight?
Look, I mean, this is blue and it's sleeveless, so it's like we're halfway there.
Yeah, that's what we love. Well, you've been keeping yourself super, super busy recently on tour, of course, with Luke Combs. How was that whole experience for you?
Yeah, look, this time was unreal. It was a second time round, so it felt a bit more like a family walking in. I remember walking into New Zealand and just being like gobsmacked by the size of the stage and the venue. But as soon as I saw some of Luke's team, they ran up and I think they were just more happy that I was 18 this tour, so I could actually have a drink with them. They were like, Lane, you can get on the beers tonight. And I was like, I can. And the first night, we definitely got on the beers just to celebrate.
Yeah, I love that. Do you have like a highlight at all from that whole tour? Like, it was so huge. I don't know if there was a specific moment or something on stage or with Luke that kind of stuck out for you.
Look, there's definitely moments that I can't talk about on radio because I will get in trouble. Melbourne night 2 was a highlight off stage, but I mean, obviously winning that golden guitar the weekend of Suncorp was unreal, and then I'm a huge Bulldogs fan in the NRL, so night 2 of Sydney after the show, I went up to the Bulldogs corporate box and met a heap of the players, and I was like, my life's complete now.
This is so good. I love that. Well, we have got a round of 5 fast questions, Deni edition, if you're up for the challenge.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, the first one I've got is favourite song to perform, whether it's your own or a cover up on stage.
Oh, I'm going to go for a cover, and it's Rockstar by Nickelback. We don't play it as much as we used to, but that song is just so fun.
Are you a Nickelback fan? You love him.
I love Nickelback, Creed, just anything that everyone thinks I shouldn't love, I'm probably into.
Yeah. So, like, you don't always stick to the country. You kind of veer off to, different genres.
I branch. I think that's why country's my home base, but I'm always on expeditions out of the genre.
Expeditions, I love that. The next one I've got is Dream Festival lineup. Obviously, you're going to be on your Dream Festival lineup, but who's going to be alongside you on that list? They can be dead or alive as well.
Look, I mean, I think if you just look at the Stagecoach lineup for next year, which humble brag I am on, I think that's probably my dream lineup. Post Malone, Cody Johnson headlining. It's a great festival. Brooks and Dunn are there too, who I saw for the first time this June. So I think that's like a dream lineup.
Yeah, absolutely huge as well that you are on that lineup. How did you feel when you found out that you were on that lineup over there?
Yeah, I remember getting a phone call from my manager, Chuggy, and he told me, and I very quickly dropped an F-bomb afterwards. I was like, you are kidding me. And he was like, no, it's real. And I remember getting as soon as I got the confirmation email, I was like, okay, he's not lying. This is real. Time to sort visas and flights. And there's so much stuff that goes into it. But we're looking forward to it, bringing the whole band over for the first time to the States. We're just going to put on a big Aussie party.
Yes, I love that. The next one I've got is, what is the most played song on your playlist right now? What are you kind of listening to at the moment?
Oh, it's Hardy. Anything off Hardy's new album, Country Country, but more specifically the deluxe Country Country Country. That whole album. Unreal. Just
a whole lot of country in there. That's what we love.
Exactly.
The next one I've got is, what's one thing you always bring on tour, or one thing like you always do before you jump on stage?
Oh, always bring on tour my Nintendo Switch. I'm a big gamer. It's literally sitting in the dressing room right now, set up to play Mario Kart after promo. And I bring a vocal steamer, and we always do vocal warm-ups pre-show, the whole band. It's like my one non-negotiable. Everybody does vocal warm-ups.
I love that. I love that. And the last one I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment so far in your career up on stage or on tour? Or maybe for someone else that you've seen in the crowd looking down, because you would see a lot up on stage, right?
Yeah. Oh, geez. I'm trying to think.
It's a hard one.
Early days was probably like, there's one that stands out. When I first started singing, I was at like a school show, like a school talent like night, and my mate was playing guitar, and I sang the song in the complete wrong key, the whole song, and I got off and was like, oh yeah, that's the worst performance I've ever had in my life. And still to this day, that's why I rehearse so hard now. I'm like, I'm not messing this up ever.
It's like living there rent free in your brain, like, nah, not going to happen again. Not gonna make
it does. It still haunts me. This was like year 8, so this is like 6 years ago now, and it still haunts me.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I think we all have moments like that. Well, Lane Pittman, thank you so much for joining me. Cannot wait to catch you up on that main stage tonight.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Catching up right now at the Deni Ute Muster, we have Tori Darke. Thank you so much for joining me.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Yeah, my absolute pleasure. Is this your first Deni, or you've been here a couple of times before?
No, so I was here a couple of years ago playing with Lee Kernaghan, but then years and years ago, I actually opened the main stage 2 years in a row with when Cold Chisel were here and when Susie Quattro were here. So I've been coming to the Deni Ute Muster for a while.
Yes, I love that. Have you got your blue singlet ready to go?
This is about as blue singlet as I'm going to get.
I love that. Well, you've been super, super busy lately. You've, of course, been on The Voice Australia. You actually tried out in 2024. No chairs turned. Keith did do a song with you up on stage. Fast forward, though, to recently, you got those chair turns. What was that whole experience like?
It was a bit of a whirlwind. I did it back in, I think it was 2020 actually, and then I came back 4 years later, and ended up on Team Leanne Rhymes after we had a duo moment with Keith Urban when I didn't turn a chair go viral, and it just sort of put me on the right trajectory to just come back and be like, no, I've got a point to prove, so let's prove that point, and let's turn some chairs.
I love that so much. What was it like watching yourself back on TV? Like, did you find like that they edited it much, or you were like, or was just the whole experience just a bit like weird seeing it all?
They film it so far in advance. It's a good like 6 to 8 months before you ever see it air on television, so it's a little bit weird. I think both times I watched, I was in my lounge room either shaking or crying because I'm like, how are they going to play this out? Is it going to be any good? And are they going to be kind to me? Are they going to edit things out in a way that I don't want? And no, they were so kind, and it was a cool experience, definitely. Yeah,
and you were, of course, on Team Leanne. She recently came back to Australia. Did you get to catch up with her at all?
Yeah, I actually jumped up and sang with her in Melbourne.
Yeah, what was that like? Oh my God.
Incredible. Yeah. She is such an amazing human, and I've been lucky enough to stay friends with her since doing The Voice, and she texted me before they got back here and just said, hey, like, what show can you make it to? I want you to jump up and sing The Chain with me, and I was like, okay, yep, cool, I'll see you in Melbourne. Yep, no worries.
I love that.
Don't say no to that.
Yeah, no way. I love that. Well, we've got a round of 5 fast questions, Deni edition, if you're up for it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do it.
The first one I've got is your favourite song to perform, whether it's one of your own or a cover.
Favourite song to perform? Probably actually my boots made me do it.
Yeah.
It's a really fun one. There's lots of people always dancing or singing back to me the lyrics, and I just think that's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I love that one. The next one we've got is Dream Festival lineup. Who's going to headline that stage with you?
Oh my goodness. Look, I am all about empowering women, and I just absolutely adore people like Lainey Wilson and Ella Langley, and they've really sort of changed the game a little bit over the last couple of years when it comes to females in country music, and they're really breaking some ground, and I think they just deserve to be headlining more festivals, and it's good to see that they are.
Yeah, 100%. The next one I've got is most played song on your personal playlist right now. What's your go-to, like, to get you hyped up?
Oh, goodness me. This sounds so strange probably from a musician, but I'm actually a bit of a quiet time person these days.
Yeah.
We're always playing festivals, we're always talking to people, we're always writing songs, we're in the studio or performing. So I don't play a lot of music anymore, like when I'm in the car or when I'm out walking. I tend to do that in silence, which is so strange. But if I could pick one song, it's probably Weren't for the Wind by Ella Langley.
Yeah, for sure. The next one I've got is what's one thing you always bring on tour or something you always do before you jump up on stage?
Again, this is going to sound really weird, but kitchen scales.
Kitchen scales?
I'm one of those people that loves to travel with half of my kitchen and food because I don't like to eat crap at a festival.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're organised. You're all over it.
Every time I go somewhere, it's kitchen scales because I used to do a bit of bodybuilding and I just like to stay fit and healthy.
Yeah.
And it's a weird
I
one.
love that. There you go. Last one I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment so far up on stage or on tour at all?
Probably just like when you fall over.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than when you're like, last weekend actually we played a gig and I was trying to intro a song and the mic fell out of the stand. I tripped over a chord and something else happened and it was all in the space of like 2 seconds. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, maybe we're not meant to play this song.
Yeah. I love that. Well, Tori Darke, thank you so much for joining me. We can't wait to catch you up on stage.
Thank you so much. I will, see you out there.
We are at the Deni Ute Muster for day one and catching up right now with Kaylee Bell. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. It's fun to be here.
Yeah, what an absolute day for it. Is this your first muster or have you been to a few before?
This is my second Deni Ute Muster, but it was 2013 was the last time I played. So I'm like, was I asleep for the last 12 years? Like, I don't even know where I've been. So it's very good to be back.
It's been a hot min. How are you feeling about today? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm just like adjusting to the dust, obviously. But it's, like you said, like a beautiful night. I've been wearing my puffer jacket all morning being like, man, it's cold. And now I'm like, okay, this is great.
I know, it's really started to come out.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a great night
I'm
ahead.
excited to see the sea of blue. Is it still blue singlets?
The blue the beaters.
The beaters. I know, it's like, what's
Have
a
you got
nice
one?
way of saying that? There is no nice way of saying that. And no, I do not, but I do want to go find one. I think that'd be pretty legendary.
I love that. Well, you've been keeping yourself super, super busy as well. Got a brand new album, Cowboy Up. Talk us through how this one came together.
It was a bit of a process. The title track was written last year in March at a song camp with Brooke Fraser in New Zealand, and then basically like 2 months later I found out I was having a wee boy, a little baby. So it was quite a journey. I feel like this record was written in New York. I lived in New York last year for a month, Nashville, and obviously Australia, and then we actually made this record at my home studio in New Zealand. My producer Tom Jordan, who was in a band called Seaforth, he flew out from Nashville and we made this record at home. I think I was like 34 weeks pregnant. We'd just come off the Kane Brown tour, and so it was a very different way of working. And I don't know, I feel like I've unlocked something that was like just really cool, like getting to go down and have a coffee in the morning by the water, go for a walk, start in the studio, like just not feel rushed was such a nice way of working. So it's so amazing to have these songs out in the world. You like live with them for a long time, and now it's like I love being able to like hand them to the fans. And
it must feel good, you put all this work into an album and finally being able to release it and let everyone listen to it. It must be a great feeling.
It is. It's like, I mean, that the fans are the reason we do this, and so I just love hearing their reactions and their favourite songs and things like that, and it's always a surprise too. Like, people have been loving Shania and loving the ballad on the record, so that's been really nice to hear that kind of feedback.
And obviously it's so hard for you because you put so much work into all of these songs, but do you have one that stands out for you that, you know, you just love that little bit extra more off the album?
It's
a hard question, obviously. But.
I mean, there's different ones for different reasons. Heartbeat was like a very personal song that I wrote when I found out I was having a baby. I didn't think I could have a family, so that was like a massive shock. So I feel like that song is like really stamps a moment in time. So that one will always be really important. But Cowboy Up is just probably like the one we enjoy off the record playing live, and it's been crazy. I've really like noticed over the last few months, like that song is blowing up in the line dance community all around the world, which is like,
isn't that hilarious how some songs take off line dancing?
And so it's weird. So I'm learning about the line dance community. So they call it heel toe rodeo, which is like they name it like the first line of the chorus. There's this choreographer in Canada who's like sent that song out everywhere, and I'm just getting tagged. I've never seen so many like white hats moving in the same direction. It's been like, I've just like sit there mesmerised basically.
Have you learnt the dance?
No, that's on my bucket list. That's to do. That's to do list.
I love that. I love as well that you've kind of done what you did with your song Keith as well, but taken it down a Shania type of road. Did that take you long to kind of put together?
Yeah, it did. After Keith kind of blew up, I kind of put the word out. This was probably like 2 years ago, being like, if I ever did this again, who would you want me to do? And everyone came back and said Shania, and I kind of just sat with that for ages. I did not want to be that guy, you know, like I was very aware that you can become the person that sings tribute songs, and I just didn't want to be that. So that kind of idea really just came back into my world last year when I was making the record. I was sitting there having one of those moments of like, how am I actually going to make this happen, like be a mom and, you know, still continue with my career? And I just thought to like the women that have come before me that have done it, and just, you know, with such ease and like grace, and Shania has been that for me. She's been that pillar. I lined up for like 4 hours in Nashville once for her book signing.
Really?
And she signed my book. Actually, this is a terrible story, but I'm going to tell it. So I lined up for 4 hours being like, I'm going to meet Shania Twain. And I get to the front of the line, and I literally, you handed the book to a security guy. He took the book to Shania. I walked around this curtain, didn't even get to see her.
Wait,
they hand it back, and then you got it. So she signed the book, but I never got to meet her.
Yeah, but you were so close, and you were in line for so long.
Still the best 4 hours I've ever spent, because I read that book every single year, and I pull something from that every year that I read it. And this year was obviously about how you actually juggle being a mom and music. And so, I was sitting with that idea, and I was like, this is the time to probably write that song.
Yeah, 100%. It's a very special song. I love it. It's great. And it's really well put together as well. We've got a round of 5 fast questions, Deni edition, if you're ready for it. Let's do it. The first one we've got is favourite song to perform, whether it's one of your own or it could be a cover.
Probably Keith. Keith, just because I love hearing people sing that will never get old to me.
Next one we've got is Dream Festival lineup. Who's going to be, they can be dead or alive, whoever, you know, a mixture of whoever.
We're going to go Shania, we're going to go Keith, we're going to go Taylor Swift, because she just dropped a record today and I love her. We're going to go really female heavy, to really, you know. We're going to go Casey Chambers, absolute icon. Maybe some Amy Shark in there as well. Tina Arena, I've always been obsessed with Tina Arena. And then just some like classic 90s country females, Trisha Yearwoods, Reba McEntire's. Yeah, I'm happy.
I like that. I'm getting a ticket. I'm so there. The next one we've got is the most played song on your own personal playlist right now. Like, is there a certain kind of song you're going to?
I'm obsessed with Olivia Dean.
Yes.
Oh my God.
She's so big right now.
Yeah, no, can't get. I think that song.
Nice to Each Other?
No, Man. Man?
Yes, I know the one you're talking about. I can't think of what it's called, but I know the one you're talking about.
That should be. That should win a Grammy. That should be Song of the Enemy.
It is so good.
I'll be the man I need.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
The next one I've got is, what's one thing, you know, you always bring on tour, or something, you know, you always do before you jump up on stage?
That's a very good question. My suitcase is ridiculous, so always bring my boots. And before stage, we actually have this thing with my band. I think it comes from my like sports days, but we like huddle and really like breathe together and have a moment of like just bringing things back to centre, which is nice.
Yeah. And the last one I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment up on stage or on tour? Or maybe you've seen something from the stage.
I am a walking embarrassment, just FYI. Like, I'm so clumsy and uncoordinated. I mean, I remember I pub gigged a lot back in the day, and so I'd never drink when I sing. And this actually is because once I did, and I stepped back and just tripped over the speaker and was I had my guitar just I was back with my legs in the air and my guitar, and I was just I was probably about 18, 19. I was never do that again. And so never drank since when I play a gig.
Yep, I love it. A good life lesson learned. Yep. Well, Kaylee Bell, thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to catch you up on stage here at Deni.
Thanks.
Except when it comes to you.
Well, we are here at the Deni Ute Muster and we're catching up with Jackson Dean. Thanks so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my absolute pleasure. How was your trip down here? Was it a long flight?
15 and a half. Well, I guess it was 16 hours, but quickest I ever been through customs.
Yeah.
Which was, we were expecting not, but we just rolled right through. It was great.
Yeah. Do you have anything you do for those certain long flights? Do you download certain songs or some podcasts or movies or anything like that? Or you kind of just chill out?
The airline does a good job,
Yeah.
just plug your headphones in and, but I hardly ever sleep on planes anymore. I just can't do it. So I will go the 32 to 40 hours of going and then crash hard and be okay, we're coming back to life now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're here at the Deni Ute Muster. Is this your first Ute Muster?
Yes, it is, and I am very, very excited.
How are you feeling? Have you had a chance to kind of look around yet at all, or you've just kind of gotten here?
I just got here, so no. What I was picturing in my mind was 300,000 Ute trucks, just little guys just crashing into each other while we're playing. That's what I've had in my mind this whole time. But no, the boys were telling me that it's little Mad Maxy out here, and I love that. But yeah.
What did when you kind of tell people back home, I'm playing at a Ute Muster, were they just a Ute Muster? Because you guys call them trucks, right? What was their reaction?
You call them truck meets or mud bog or whatever. And that's a great time. But no, I've had several interviews about this place so far, and everybody's just been so excited about it, and which has made me and the boys excited about it and telling people about it, and they're just that's insane, because everybody, what they have in their mind of it is so different,
Yeah. Do you have a truck? What kind of car do you have? Do you have a Ute?
I have a Dodge 2500, a little tradesman,
Nice.
little turbo diesel, she goes scoot.
Yeah, she'd fit in here for sure.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We'll have a round of 5 fast questions here, if you're up for it.
Absolutely.
The Deni edition.
Okay.
Okay.
Are they rapid fire or
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So the first one I've got is your favourite song to perform, whether it's one of your own or a cover up on stage.
Here for the last year or so, our favorite on stage has been Train. We completely took the record. The record is beautiful, but we took it and did something else with it, and we've watched our DB limit, and then the crowd's cheering after the DB, that DB limit, and it's 3 or 4 points higher. Which is hard, man. Hard.
I love that. The next one I've got is your dream festival lineup. Who's going to be up on stage with you on that lineup?
Live. I'm going to have to pull Stephen Wilson Jr. into this. I know everybody's loving on him right now all over the world. But also, I always thought it'd be cool to play with, Robert Plant, because he does, all the Americana stuff and is working. And Vetter would be awesome to sing with and just watch go crazy. Stapleton would be awesome. People of that caliber, a studded vocalist, this is high octane. You're drinking all day and it doesn't stop,
Well, I'm getting a ticket. I'm so there for that festival, I'll tell you that much. The next one I've got is most played song on your personal playlist right now. What's your kind of go-to on your own playlist?
I listen to a lot of weird stuff. a lot of weird stuff.
with that?
No, nothing wrong with it. But here lately, it's not so far out. There's a song by Leonard Skinner. It was one of my dad's favorites when I was growing up, called "Was I Right or Was I Wrong?" And it's a incredible song. But yeah, you can go pretty hard to that.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. I haven't heard that one, so I'll have to check it out.
That's great.
Yeah, I'll suss it out after this. The next one I've got is, what's one thing you always bring on tour, or one thing you always do before you jump up on stage?
We always get to drinking before we get up on stage. We usually get together about 45 minutes before the show and all be together and just kind of get pumped up and whatnot. And we don't do it, no prayers, no nothing. We just go out there and take care of business. But yeah, the adrenaline hits when you hit the stairs, and you just ride that till you can't anymore, so.
I love that. And the last one I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment up on stage at all so far throughout your career?
A few come to mind. I've choked on words, like completely forgot full verses, not know, just like, ah! But I think the funnest time, not most embarrassing, but it was like, oh my God. Lee Brice pranked me on tour, our first time out with him, and they wheeled this laundry hop out onto the stage, and we're in the middle of Don't Come Looking, like we're bringing it home, like we're going. And they wheel this thing out, and out from the laundromat pops their front of house, or their monitor engineer, his assistant, in Daisy Dukes, a crop top, and like a giant straw hat with a lasso that I bought that day we were playing in Sugar Land, Texas. And he lassoed me on stage while I finished.
Did he get you? He didn't miss?
Oh my God, yeah, he got me. Yeah, we were backstage lassoing each other all day because I got it that day, and we were having so much fun with it. But I've been lassoed on stage in the middle of a song by a half-naked cowboy.
Well, I love that. That's, definitely stands out for sure.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That will do it. Well, Jackson Dean, that'll do it for us this Arvo. Thank you so much for joining me. Can't wait to catch you up on that stage tonight.
It's going to be great. I can't wait to do it.
In this world, ain't nothing like Australian man.
We're here at the Deni Ute Muster, catching up with your boy Nick and Tom, the Wolfe Brothers. Thanks for joining me.
Mate, great to be having a yarn with you, mate. How you going?
We do love a yarn. Now, you guys made the trip up just like me from Teddy. How'd you go? Lose any luggage on the way, or we got it all up here?
It was a small window opportunity. Nothing went wrong.
Yep.
We got here, flew out at Launceston at 6, landed, drove here, we're talking to you now. All our gear's here. We're waking up.
What that says to me is, gig's going to be great. We're going to have a great night, but getting home tomorrow is going to be an absolute shit fight.
There's always something waiting.
That's okay. I can deal with that because the gig will be done. So. But no, we're good. We're very happy to be here, so it's good.
I love it. Well, this can't be your first Deni Ute Muster. How many do you think you've been to? I saw you put a picture up. Was it your first one with your old ute?
I came up here, I think the first time was either 08 or 09.
Yeah.
Then that picture I posted was a picture of my VS Commodore 50th anniversary. I should never sold it. And the ex-girlfriend. The ute and the girl are gone. But that was 2010.
Yeah.
We were here that year as punters, and we were both like, when we come back here, we'd love to play here. And the world worked its way out, and the next time we came back was in 2012, and we were Kernighan's band. Our first gig with Kernighan was at the Deni Ute Muster. So talk about ultimate pressure. So that was really insane to do that.
It was actually like an out of body experience. Like it was so intense, like compared to anything else we've ever done. Like it was almost like you're out of your body, like looking at it. Like just
unreal.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah.
So then I think from there, we did it like as ourselves a bunch, and like we played one year before Chisel, I think in 2015. I think we did it but I don't think we've been here since COVID. I think we were meant to be booked on one of those years, and anyway, we're finally back. So it feels really good. Like it's been about 4 or 5 years. So like I'm
ready to go.
I'm amped tonight. I'm in a good mood. Yeah.
Well, fast forward to now from when you first came here. Has Deni changed much for you guys over the years at all?
It seems to be now such a. It always was a family event, but it seems to be so There's people here literally 90 to 9 months old, you know, like driving in. You can see families walking in. When I used to come up as a punter, it was like in the Ute car park. It was, you know, pre-iPhone. Which, thank God. That's all I could say.
Not a lot of resolution on the old Nokia.
Couple of key bangers in that Ute paddock.
But great, like great memory. So I don't know. It just seems to be it just seems to be getting bigger too.
Yeah,
it seems bigger every year. I mean, I think this year's the biggest year they've ever had, which is just country music's booming and we love
There'll
it.
be nothing like this literally in the entire world.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so uniquely Australian. So it's a bit of a mission to get here, you know, and people just go hard. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's just something for everyone here. I think that's why you find such a huge variety of people here, which I love. But I wanted to ask you guys, you know, you guys have been here a couple years, and I wanted to actually shout out your manager as well. He's got a bit of a personality, you know, always thinking of great ideas. Even that bloke Max Jackson, you know, he's got some great ideas. What a great find.
Yeah, Stefan. He's really good. He's got a few more videos in the works, Stefan, actually. So another one coming soon. I know people like to, you know, get a visual on Stefan Wright, and he's looking forward to. He's hard to get out to a gig. He goes to a lot of gigs at the luncheons, a lot of luncheons at the yacht club, and very busy man. So
I'm a big fan. Can't wait to see what he comes up with next. He's always thinking. He's very, you know, innovative. He's just creative.
He's manager to the Stars and the Wolfe Brothers. You know, he's a dreamer. He's a guy.
He's one of a kind.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan of the Bunnings kick drum as well. How long did that kind of take to create? Is that like a bit of a mission to do?
It wasn't too much of a mission. We sort of had the Australian-made album coming out, and we're like, we want to, you know, play some of our favourite Australian-made songs and post them online. And I thought, well, no one's going to watch that. Yeah.
In this world, you've got to cut through.
No one gives a shit about that. Yeah.
You know.
And then I was feeding the horses out of the Bunnings bucket one day. I'm like, we could make this into a drum. And it's just been that one little thing, and people, is that a Bunnings bucket?
Yeah.
You know? It's just that it keeps them watching that couple of seconds longer, and you know, and we've had so much fun playing. You know, it's essentially all our favourite songs.
Yeah.
And some of them have done real well, like the Savage Garden one. Like that's been really cool. Like Savage Garden themselves actually comment on it, and like approved, and we're like,
that's so good.
Look, Nick and I in the last couple of years have really accepted whether we like it or not, we have to be content creators.
Yeah.
So we said, well, let's figure out the best way to make content that we have fun doing. And like what I like about the Bunnings bucket is we're actually playing music.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing we like to do, and I think we're okay at. So like we've actually got a few more ready to. We've got a few more ready to roll.
Okay.
So,
I can't wait to see what other ones we got.
I just don't think like us, you know, miming and like looking at camera and
trying to look sexy. It's not going to work. It's not.
That's not our vibe, you know. So
those days are gone. Nor were they maybe ever here.
So we're more like flanos out the front of Bunnings Kings Meadows. You know. So that's sort of the vibe.
That's just
iconic stuff. I love that.
Lean into it. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Well, you did mention you've got a brand new album out, Australian made. Absolutely love this one. What was it like putting it together?
Yeah, it was. I reckon it was probably the most fun to put together of to date. Like we've said it before, but I feel like we're just only figuring out how to be good at this now. You know, and I know it sounds stupid, but you know, we can really look back and you know, cringe at some of our early stuff. You know, but that's all right. Like you got to grow, and that's the idea. Get better. So. But yeah, we really wanted to call Australian made. You know, we're in a big country music boom right now. Everyone's loving it, which is awesome. You know, a lot of internationals coming out, and you know, on the radio and on the charts. And we thought, well, now's the time to double down, call it Australian made, and you know, we're proud of that. We love it. So. Yeah.
Well, with the pre-order on this one, you also were giving away a house gig to someone who pre-ordered. Where did that end up being? Have you guys done it yet?
Yeah, so we are going somewhere in New South Wales.
It's called Womboyne.
Okay.
Womboyne.
Never heard of it. That's so good though.
No, it was great, and it was sort of a way for us to, I guess, have a bit of fun with the pre-order and give back a bit, because, you know, in this day and age, as everyone knows, you can essentially listen for free.
Yeah.
And we sort of thought, you know, it's a great way to support us is by buying the product, and we thought, well, let's...
Yeah, people are going to, you know, give their hard-earned money and buy our CD, you know.
At least you have more chance of winning that than the lotto.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Absolutely.
it was funny during the pre-order campaign. So many people are like, cool, so I've bought 2 CDs now. I've got my wedding, have it?
Yeah, just like sorting out where it'll be.
I just want to mention I'm getting married in.
Lots of that. Lots of that.
But don't forget that thing I did for you like 2 years ago.
But we're going to Womboyne.
Yeah.
So
They tell us
Exciting.
they've got a big man cave, and
Cool.
you know, I think it's going to be a good night.
yeah.
I love that. Well, I've got a round of 5 fast questions here. Denny edition, if you guys are up for it.
Yes.
Okay, the first one I've got is favourite song to perform, whether it's one of your own or a cover.
Right now, I'm actually loving doing I Am Australian, which is we decided to cover on the new album. You can feel it. It feels special.
Yeah.
It does. And I always just like Little by Little. That's
Yeah.
just, I can't, you know, it's funny, I sort of forget what's coming next in the set sometimes, and then when we hit that, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this is my jam. Yeah.
It just shows how prepared I am for these gigs. But I love playing that one every time. It's great.
Awesome. The next one I've got is Dream Festival lineup. Obviously, you guys are going to be on that festival lineup, but who's going to be alongside you up there?
Okay, we're going to have John Farnham from 1992 and that band, and that's one.
Definitely.
Cold Chisel from like 1982. That's also another one. I don't know.
It's an eclectic mix. Warrington Pantera are going to be there. You know,
Can we have like Metallica in about 1994 era?
It's a big day.
Yeah.
Probably Southern Suns.
Yeah.
Keith Urban, Ranch Reunion Tour.
Yeah. I'm into that.
I love how specific you are on the years as well. You're like, that's my favourite.
You know, favourite artists.
Yeah.
There's always favourite periods.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
You know, and I'm definitely with certain artists. I'm like, I love it when they were there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Next one I've got is most played song on your personal playlist right now. What's your go-to? Is it Tay Swift? Like?
No, you are not going to believe this, okay? So last week we did a show and Nick's like, you know what's an awesome song?
Yeah.
He's like, this is my favourite release of the year. I'm like, okay.
It was apprehensive.
I was apprehensive, and you're going to be apprehensive.
Okay.
It's the new Limp Bizkit song called "Making Love
to Morgan Wallen. I literally just heard about this the other day.
And Nick's like, it's absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
He's like, they've only called it that lyrics in it once. They've only called it that so people who like Morgan Wallen will check it out. But I never liked Limp Bizkit. I never got it. And I feel like I've gone back and listened to this as like an adult, and I'm like, they're just being silly. Like, they're kind of taking the piss a bit. And I'm really enjoying it. So
that's been my favourite 2025 song, hands down, far and beyond. But lately, my own personal playlist, Tom, I've been really spinning early Veronica's. When It All Falls Apart. Oh God.
Look, there is actually a country song. Really like Hardy. I'm big fans of Hardy, but my favourite on Bottomland's great, but I really love Girl with a Gun. That is the writing in that is just.
Yep. I love it.
Yeah.
Next one I've got is what's one thing you always bring on tour or something you always do before you jump up on stage?
Well, I was thinking of this when I was packing to come up here. There's a rule I have for touring. You probably have a similar.
Yep.
But when you're packing, you see how many days you're going to be away for. So I knew you were away for one night.
Yep.
That equals 3 pairs of undies. Right? So you've got to assume. That you could shit yourself once. And then
maybe once again.
What would happen if you weren't prepared? You know, that's never happened.
No.
But it could be the time it does.
Basically like a 3-to-1 ratio, I reckon. So like if you're away 5 days, you're looking at 15 pair, I reckon. Just to be safe.
I'm all literally the same logic.
I totally agree with that.
I'm like, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, better go 10.
You can never have too many undies. Like, it's better be safe than sorry. Totally agree. Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
Do you do that?
I literally did that last night. Yes, I got back. Yeah, literally. We're not going to go into one pair. Yeah. This is good content. This is really good.
This is
really
good.
content.
And the last one I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment so far up on stage?
Oh, how long do we have?
Heaps. Yeah.
Most embarrassing.
I forgot the words to our own song in a place called the Listening Room in Nashville, which is like an esteemed songwriter round, and there were significant people there, like Liz Rose, who wrote like all the Taylor Swift hits. Major industry people,
and they've made a fuss. They've been
called us up. We've got the Wolfe Brothers here. They're from Australia. They've had
hottest country band in Australia.
Yeah.
Get up there, blank.
Oh no! Do you think it was the pressure from knowing they were there?
I don't know. Like I think because we've been writing heaps, and then it's a bit of a different mind space or something, and then it just opened my mouth and I have no idea but that was, I sort of like shudder sometimes when I think of that one. I'm sure there's plenty more.
That wasn't, they'd probably take it. It wasn't great. It was like, I want to go inside myself and die right now.
Here's a good one. Not on stage, but we used to go around and sign back when CDs were like a good thing for upcoming artists to do is to go around the shops, say good day to the people in the store, sign the CDs, and then people come in and look at them like, sign it, I've been thinking about buying that. I'm going to buy it now. So we were doing that. We were going around on tour. Okay, we're in Melbourne. There's a JB Hi-Fi in Melbourne here. Let's go in, sign the stock. And we got our manager to pre-call, they said, they're stoked you guys are coming in. And we're like, cool. They're like
so pumped. We're like, okay,
all right.
what's happening? This is Melbourne. We're a regional band.
We're like, that's weird, but okay, and then we get there. Hey, guys, Wolfe Brothers here. Like, guys, thanks for this. Like, you guys are so popular here. You've got your own bloody stand, the whole stand. We're like, come over here. Walk through.
Yeah.
Wolf Mother.
Oh no! Oh no!
Nick has actually folded with embarrassment, and he's actually walking up an aisle going,
Oh no!
And then
Not us.
I wanted to, I was dry reaching, just.
Like, how do I tell him?
Yeah.
And then I've gone, we'll go and get the rest of the CDs and we'll bring them back out. You guys just chill for a minute.
Did you just sign him as Wolfe Mother?
I had to explain to this lady. I was like, listen, I'm sorry, there's been a mix-up. We aren't Wolfe Mother, we are the Wolfe Brothers.
Yep.
And she was like, Now, if you know Wolfe Mother, he's like a pretty iconic looking guy. Like, we're not like
that. It's a very different look and sound to us.
Anyway, then I walked her over to the country aisle and pulled out the one CD at the back and signed it, and we left. And we never went to a CD store signing after that ever
was she
again.
thinking, when we rocked up, was she like, gee, they don't look how they do on the CD?
I don't know.
They're looking a bit countrier than usual,
Maybe he shaved his head. I don't know. That was soul destroying.
Well, Nick and Tom, thank you so much for joining me, and we cannot wait to catch you up on that stage here at the Deni Ute Muster.
Really fun. Thanks, mate. Thank you.
No matter what your bloodlines, we belong to this land.
Well, we are here at the Deni Ute Muster, catching up right now with Troy Cassar-Daley. Thank you so much for joining me.
Good to see you face to face, Jackie.
Yeah, it's so good to catch up with you in person. Yeah. Tell me, this can't be your first Deni Ute Muster. How many do you reckon you've been to over the years?
Not my first rodeo, this one. I reckon I'd be getting on to 6 or 7 of these, and over the years it's been really, really good fun to watch its growth. You know, the first one I played, I remember it was mainly a lot of young blokes in Jackie Howe singlets and lots of cars.
Yep.
And there weren't a lot of females here, to be honest. It was a real blokey thing. They were right into putting on the grand final during the whole festival, and they would turn the screens on, watch the grand final, the music would stop, and then as soon as the last ball was kicked or whatever, the music came back on.
Yeah.
So it's just been a really interesting way to see it grow, and it's just been great for the town.
Yeah. Have you had a favourite Ute Muster in the past, one that stands out for you over time?
Oh, look, I'd have to say the one we played with Keith Urban was great fun. We really had a good time here, and I don't know, it's just nice catching up with a lot of his old band members. I knew them pretty well when I was living in Nashville, so I caught up with them, and there was one real fond memory of the rain coming in, and his guitar tech ran out with Glad Wrap and wrapped my pedals up on the floor, and I went, "What are you doing, Chris?" And he goes, "You're going to need this, man." He said, and the thing was, you could still see your pedals through the Glad Wrap, but they wouldn't get wet.
Yeah, what a great idea.
Never thought to do that, you know. But he was thinking of everything, poor Chris. And so I remember that night when the rain was coming in sideways into my face.
Yeah.
I was saying thank you to Chris.
Yeah, rain, hail or shine, you're up on that stage.
The show goes on. Come on, Jackie.
Well, you've performed at a few Deni Ute Musters over the years. Do you have a favourite part about being up on that stage? Is it the atmosphere or anything like that up there?
I have to admit, and I said this to some young blokes on a thing the other day, I did get flashed here. And I only say it because it doesn't normally happen to old blokes, you know, but it was, and all the band looked at each other and went, did anyone see that? They wanted sort of proof that you know, it was so much fun. And I don't know, it's one of the memories that really makes us laugh here. The other ones, I guess, is just, you know, every time we get backstage, there's always been like a lot of old catch-ups here. So a few times we've left here and actually we haven't been in too great a shape. Yeah. And especially the early ones, because it was a little bit more laid back like a campsite here. Yeah, it wasn't swish like it is now. Yeah. But no, a lot of good catch-ups and a lot of good old friends. And so I just love getting back. And I'm really excited for the show. It's a really great spot. Myself and the Wolfies and then Zac Brown. And I get a chance to stand back and watch Zac do his work as well.
Yeah, exciting times. Well, I've got a round of 5 fast questions here. Deni edition, if that's okay.
No worries at all.
Alrighty. The first one I've got is favourite song to perform, whether it's one of your own or a cover up on stage.
Oh, look, I'd have to say tonight it's going to be an old Bob Dylan song called You Ain't Going Nowhere, because it just gets people clapping and I love to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. Question number 2 is dream festival lineup. Who's going to be up there alongside you on that lineup? It's a tough one.
Gee, it is a bit of a tough one. I always love to get me mate Lee Kernigan up with me because we've been friends since we were very, very young. So he'd be a good one to have with me all the time. I love having the Wolfies on. I really love watching what Ash Dallas does. But Wade Forster, for me, is the most feral mongrel kid that I love. And I just like his attitude. He doesn't care. And the couple of festivals I've done with him have been real highlights. Yeah. So he'd be on there for sure.
I love that.
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah. How good. The next one I've got is most played song on your personal playlist right now. What's your go-to song?
Oh, that's a good question. Look, I've only sort of just been doing lists, but my favourite sort of list thing is Jason Isbell's one of my favourite artists. Yeah. And I like going to his radio. And there's a song of his called, I think it's called The Elephant. Yeah. It's really, really hard hitting. It's about his friend with cancer. But it's such a get me out of jail song. Yeah. Just gives me something to aspire to as a songwriter. Yeah. But it just, I don't know, it's as melancholy as it is, it's just such a beautiful listen. The lyrics just get you in, and yeah, that's my go-to at the moment.
Yeah, I love that. Well, the next one I've got is what's one thing you always bring on tour or one thing you always do before you jump up on stage?
Oh, look, always like to make sure you do a fair bit of vocal warm-up, because as you get older, you have to maintain yourself. But I looked through my stuff, and I had to go through my guitar case the other day, and I realised that there are some really interesting things like, you know, the spare capo, the lozenges and everything in your guitar case. But there's one little thing, a little plastic horse that travels with me that was given to me many, many years ago by a friend. Yeah. And it's still with me.
Oh my God.
It's travelled everywhere and it's this high. Yeah. Little brown horse.
And it just stays in your guitar case.
It's just lived in there. And every guitar case that I've retired, he's galloped into the next one.
Oh, I love that. That's so
I only found it the other day, and someone said, "What's in your guitar case?" And I forgot about old mate. He doesn't even really have a name.
Yeah, I was going to say, does he have a name?
He followed me around. Yeah. And I'm happy to have him. Might be a good luck charm.
Yeah, that's it. The last one I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment up on stage over the years up there?
Oh, look, Jackie, I did run out and there was some oil coming out of a lighting machine, and I didn't realise by the time I got to my mic, I went into a full skid. Oh. And almost did the splits. Yeah. And then recovered.
Oh, recovered, yes.
Yeah, just. And then the bands, and I had my guitar on and everything, you know, because I've run out so excited. Yeah. And as I've pulled up, I was laughing so hard I couldn't sing. And the band had to do like a till ready. Yeah. Because I was just so embarrassed. Yeah. But I don't know how I saved it.
That would have looked really cool though, like a big proper skid, you know?
It was something like Cirque du Soleil, the way I ran out there. It was full splits. Yeah. Like the front leg went out and I went, oh, this is not going to end well. And then I salvaged it, but very embarrassing. Oh. But the laughter was good. Yeah. And then the crowd got it too. Yeah. They could see what happened.
I love it.
Well, Troy Cassar-Daley, thank you so much for joining me. We can't wait to catch you up on the stage here at Deni Ute Muster.
Hey, Jackie, lovely to see you too.
And if you don't want all of this, then I'll just go. But if you do, then I'm your rodeo Romeo.
We're here at the Deni Ute Muster. Super pumped right now to be catching up with Wade Forster. Thanks for joining me.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
How are you enjoying Deni so far?
Oh, it's always good.
Yeah.
I was here last year for the first time, and I didn't get enough time here last year, so I got here early this year. I drove right after landing from America. I drove 2 days straight to get here so I could watch my little brother Lane play for the first time here and witness the crowd at night. So pretty keen to get up there myself and do my thing. But love this area.
Yeah, and you did just mention you recently came back from America. Saw that on your socials, looked so amazing. Breaking up fights, doing heaps of stuff over there. What was it like?
Oh, it was insane. 15 out of 17 sold out shows on my first headline tour in the States is unheard of as an Australian, let alone an American. I had, Treaty Oak and Cody Johnson and everyone like around their crew, messaging me like, dude, you're doing incredible things, and I'm like, I'm just having fun, dude.
Yeah.
But it's definitely made me very proud of where I'm from because, I'm from Winton, Queensland. I'm from really regional part of Australia, and to be able to go from a small town like that to, selling out a 1,500 cap venue is crazy. And now I'm home, I get to represent it back home, because these are my people, and it's always been about that. It's never been about fame or money. It's always been about music and having fun. And anyone that's been to a Wade Forster show can agree with that.
Yeah, I love that. How do the crowds kind of compare? Because obviously you've done a lot of Australian shows leading up to that. Is there any difference over there?
Yeah, they care a lot about live music. They'll drive 10, 20 hours to go watch their favourite artist play. And I had that case. I had someone drive from California all the way to Texas to watch me play.
Yeah, okay.
First time I went over there and I did a pop-up, some dude drove 6 hours and lost his job,
Oh my gosh.
And I've played gigs in Australia where some of my best friends were around the corner, like 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
And they said, too far.
Yeah, hate that.
Yeah, and if I've got anything to say to Australia, support your local artists. I know you hear it a lot, but if we don't support local artists, we'll die out.
Yeah.
We'll have to go get jobs. I'll have to go back pushing cattle for Dad, and I don't want to do that.
Was there a highlight over on America at all? Was there any moments that kind of stood out for you over there?
Being the first Australian to sell out the Twisted J, it was pretty iconic for me. Crowd surfing there. Yeah. Walking out with a big entrance with, confetti and things like that. My little bush kid brain was boggling, because I'd never even seen confetti in real life before. It was a pretty big moment for me because one of the coolest things was 2 Australian cowboys that are over there rodeoing, that I've known for a long time. I'm going to shout him out, Cooper Thatcher, we call him Thatch, and Jake Finlay, who's just carving it up over there at the moment. They came down to the show, and every time I'd say something about Australia, them boys are up there, hands up. No one has. No one has more fun than Thatch, and he's a really well respected cowboy in Australia. And he comes back and he said, "I've seen some rank things in my life. I haven't seen anything that rank." He said that's the new pinnacle, and I was like, putting it on my back for my boys back home,
Yeah.
And just to be able to sell out that place that people like, all the biggest names you could think of that played there, Treaty Oak, Flatland Cavalry, you name it, they played at Twisted J.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they don't sell it out the first time. First time I ever laid eyes on it, I sold it out.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's got to be a pretty special feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get a little thing made up for Mum so she can hang it up.
I love that.
Going to get a few photos posted.
Yeah.
Mum's an Australian champion, my sister's an Australian champion, my dad's an Australian champion. I was never an Australian champ cowboy. I was pretty good, but they can't sing.
Yeah.
So I got a beat on that.
Yeah, exactly.
They got all the cool rodeo photos, and I've got photos of me crowd surfing.
Exactly. He's one up him. Well, you're bringing your show as well down to Tassie very soon. Rural Rumble. How are you feeling about that? Have you ever performed there before?
No, I've performed at Agro.
Agro.
Oh,
Wait.
Agfest.
Oh, Agfest. Yeah,
Agfest,
for sure.
My bad. Yeah, I performed at Agfest, and that was the first time I'd ever been to Tasmania.
Yeah.
And I liked it. Freezing, but
yeah.
And I was like, we should go back. And just so happened, Royal Rumble were looking for someone. I'm pretty keen to go down there.
We love it. Can't wait to have you there. I've got a round of 5 fast questions here as well. Deni edition, if you're up for it.
Rip in.
Yeah, let's do it. The first one I've got is your favourite song to perform, whether it's one of your own or a cover up on stage.
Air It Out by Jordan Nicks and Shelby Stone, but I'm performing it as my own today with the lovely Piper Butcher.
Awesome.
Special guest.
I love that. Exciting. Can't wait to see that one. The next one I've got is Dream Festival lineup. Who's going to be up there? Of course, you're on that lineup, but who's going to be there alongside you up there?
Like how many artists we talking?
Just whatever you're feeling. Just a couple headliners.
All right. If it was up to me, I'm opening up the show, and then following me is Treaty Oak. Right after that's Kojo, and then right after that is Luke Combs.
I love it. I get a ticket.
I've met Luke. I've met Cody.
Yeah.
You know, those people that have been real friendly to me and looked after me. Oh, I've got to put Lane underneath me. Because that's my little brother. But I can't leave him alone, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I put Lane underneath me. I'm always playing before Lane, so he's going to play after me this time.
I love it. Next one I've got is most played song on your personal playlist right now. What's your go-to song right now?
Probably Look Over Your Shoulder by Kendrick Lamar and Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
I'm a big rap guy.
Yeah?
Big rap guy. Because I love...
Country to rap?
No, I love lyrics.
Yeah.
So Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q. Actually, can I check? Because I'll know what it is.
Double check. Go for it.
That's just the first one.
We got to confirm, yeah.
I'll look at my like songs.
Yeah, like songs, that's your go-to.
I got a Latin American song. I think...
We got some Lane Pittman in there.
Yeah, I got my little bro.
We got some Lane.
Actually, my favourite song at the moment is We Love You, Dennis Rodman by The Dead Calm.
Yeah.
And as a basketball fan, that's a pretty sad song to hear because Dennis Rodman, you know, talking about his Hall of Fame career and it sort of didn't go the way he wanted to. And he just said it was never about the money. It was never about the fame. I was just a colourful individual that liked playing the game. And I was like...
Yeah.
Same, bro. Same. It's like exactly same.
I love that. The next one I've got is one thing you always bring on tour or like one thing you always do before you jump up on stage.
I don't have it with me this time because I've been in the States but when I'm on tour I have a rope with me.
Yeah.
I rope chairs and
I love
stuff.
that.
But one thing I do before I go on stage every time is a few people can can agree to this, I stretch and get ready like I'm about to go rodeo.
Yeah.
And
got to stretch. Can't pull a muscle out there.
It's frightened a few people. Max Jackson being one of them. I've frightened her pretty bad.
Why is she frightened?
Because I sit there and I stretch and I go like that. And my legs after shows are red raw. Like I've had scabs from just slapping myself that hard. But I've always got to get angry. Because if I'm not angry enough, I'm not giving the fans everything they want.
Yeah.
And
to get yourself in the moment.
Everyone goes, I'm making love to my guitar. I'm at war with mine. You know. So for me, that's.
You go through a couple strings.
Yeah. I stretch my legs. I put my head down to my toes, stretch everything out. I try to push all the blood in my head. It's go time.
You're ready. You're pumped. You're ready to go up that stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that. The last one I've got is: do you have like a most embarrassing moment up on stage or on tour at all so far?
Oh fuck. Salt Lake City. Every show we do, we got an esky up there. That's just for me and the boys. Sometimes we'll see someone in the crowd having fun, we'll throw them a beer, you know. And I went to sit on this esky, and our esky in Australia is a lot bigger, and the one we had in the States wasn't as big. And I've gone to sit on it, and I've fucking clean missed it and just bowled backwards.
Oh no!
Fucking looked like a cat,
in slow motion,
looking
just
for the ground.
Yeah. Didn't land on 4 legs.
No. Landed flat on my back. Ice all over me jeans. It looked like I pissed myself. that's what
whole
it's
look. Yeah.
People would be like scouring the internet, delete this, and I'm like, nah, that shit happened.
That's just me. It happened. Yeah.
It's all fun.
Yeah.
I bet the crowd liked it.
Yeah.
You know.
Something different. Mix it
if
up.
If you can't laugh at yourself, don't do it then. You know.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Well, Wade Forster, thank you so much for joining me, and we cannot wait to catch you up on stage here at the Deni Ute Muster.
Oh yeah, let's fucking bite off more than we could chew and chew like fuck.
I can't fly, but I'm telling you, I can run the pants of a kangaroo, but I do. He can't fly, but I'm telling you, he can run the pants of a kangaroo.
Well, we are here at the Deni Ute Muster, and what an honour right now to be catching up with John Williamson. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hello, Jackie. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, lovely to meet you. How are you enjoying Deni so far?
The motel was fantastic. No, Deni, I know Deni pretty well. I used to drive through here all the time when we moved from the Mallee up to northwest on the land, you know.
Yeah.
So Deni has always been a good part of the road.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not your first, Deni. You've been here a fair few times. How many times do you reckon you've performed here over the years?
I wish I hadn't asked that because I haven't worked it out, but this is my fourth one in a row.
Yeah, okay.
And apparently that's a record.
Yeah, a record. I love that. We're breaking records here today.
They won't let you stay at home.
Well, something I absolutely love, I actually caught you here at Deni last year, and I watched you perform. On one side of me, I had girls, you know, in their 20s, absolutely screaming Old Man Amy. On the other side, I had a whole different end of the scale. What's it like knowing that you have such a huge variety of fans out there, you know, from all different types?
It's gratifying, yes. I guess I make sure, I put out kids' albums years ago, so they're always still out there. And Old Man Emu never dies with the young ones. And I sing songs for older people too, and for the Hoons.
Yeah, we love the Hoons here at Deni.
Yeah, no, it's always been, I think what happens, the parents play the music in their car and the kids are in the back seat.
Yeah.
And then when they grow up, they play it to the kids in their back seat.
And it just goes from there.
It just keeps going, So it's hard to retire when you know you're helping people have a good time.
Yeah, that's so true. Well, you've been helping people have a good time for 55 years now. You've been in the industry. You've had an 80th birthday.
Not yet.
Not quite. Nearly there. You're releasing your 21st studio. Well, you have released a 21st studio album and a book as well.
Oh, a few books.
Yeah. How's it all feel, 55 years in the industry?
Well, I feel old, actually, I didn't think I'd still be doing it at 55, and I am going to slow right down halfway through next year.
Yeah.
So, I guess, as we've been talking about, I'm so pleased that my music is still entertaining people.
Yeah.
And for those listening, I just like to make sure the young ones keep the Aussie thing going.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, obviously, over that time, you've released so many songs. This is probably a really tough question to answer, but do you have a favourite? Yeah, what's my favourite?
Well, I often say Galleries of Pink Galahs, but it's very hard to play, and I thought I've been leaving it out of the show, but I've worked out a way to play it.
Yeah.
And because Galleries it's particularly connects at the Ute Muster. Because it's about me leaving the farm, and taking on this business and going through drought and all that stuff, which everyone knows about out in the land.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, lots of people can relate to a lot of your songs because, it is all about, stories and things that are real out there. I think that's to do with a lot of country music, isn't it?
Well, it's about loving the bush.
Yeah.
It should be about loving the Australian bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a round of 5 fast questions here, if you're up for it.
Does that mean you're going to ask them quickly or...?
Well, we could be quick, we could be slow. Yeah, just like a rapid fire type of thing. The first one I've got is your favourite song to perform, whether it's one of your own, it could be a cover, up on stage.
Yeah, it's hard. Once again, probably Sidey. I like Sidey. It makes the dads and the daughters cry, and that's always a good sign.
Yeah, get the emotions involved.
Yeah.
The next one I've got is your dream festival lineup. Who would you like, to all come together for one day for a festival?
Oh, well, they're all gone now. Slim's gone. Buddy Williams would have been nice. Stan Costa.
Yeah.
But no, look, Sarah Story. Anyone that does the Aussie thing, I'm happy to perform with. It's weird how I've been in the game 55 years, yet the headliners, I think, are Americans, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's a hard fight in this country.
Yeah. Well, the next one I've got is, what's your most played song on your personal playlist right now? What's one song that you kind of go to?
I don't play anyone. I honestly don't. No, my playlist is the birds singing in
just nature.
My valley. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, just no, I don't. It's in this business a bit like if you live on the coast, you may not surf, because you take it for granted, I suppose. But I'm always practicing music or writing new songs, so that's what I'm listening to, I guess. Might sound a bit big-headed or something, but I need to get away from music.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes that's where you can like draw your inspiration from as well, is from literally just being out with the nature, listening to the birds.
Yeah, instead of borrowing other people's ideas. Because that's it's easier to pick up a melody without realising it from another.
Yeah, for sure. The next one I've got is, what's one thing you always bring on tour with you, or one thing you always, do before you jump up on stage?
Get nervous.
Yeah.
That's important.
Still after 55 years?
Yeah, well, it's all sorts of things can go wrong. The sound system can play up when you walk out, or the guitar's out of tune, or anything. There's all sorts of things that can go wrong, especially when I'm going a bit deaf and all the rest. So I'm anxious, I suppose, but it doesn't hurt to be anxious. I think that the day you think, I'm going to go there and kill them, that's the day you muck up.
Yeah. Well, it just shows you still care, isn't it? Like, that you're nervous about jumping up there.
And I actually like to have a little peek at the audience.
Yeah.
From, they don't know it, but I'm having a little peek.
Yeah. Seeing who's out there, who's going to holler at me.
Just to get the vibe.
Yeah. I love that. Well, the last question I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment throughout your career on stage so far?
Well, one thing I've never done is gone out with my fly open. That's always a worry.
I'm always fly checking. I'm like, I hope that's not down. Yeah, I'm an overthinker like that.
But embarrassing moments, I haven't had too many. It's always embarrassing when you walk out and the guitar's not working or something. It's always, especially at the beginning of a show, it throws you a bit. But I don't know. I'm sure there are some embarrassing moments, but not too many. I'll have to think about that one. That's a rapid question.
We'll pass on that one. Well, John Williamson, thank you so much for joining us, and we cannot wait to catch you up on the stage here at Deni Ute Muster.
Good on you, Jackie.
A little more dirt on my boots, a little more country.
We are here at the Deni Ute Muster. My absolute pleasure right now to be catching up with Max Jackson. Thanks for joining me.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be joining you. We're backstage. I've literally just walked in and I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, how are you feeling the vibe? Have you been to a Ute Muster before?
I came to the Ute Muster when I was quite young, a very, very long time ago, but I've wanted to come back every single year, but that's the life of a touring musician, is, always millions of places at once. But I'm so excited. This is going to be my first time playing on the main stage and doing the whole thing out there. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I love that. Well, Max, I want to address something with you. There's a couple of rumours going around.
What are the rumours?
That your uncle is Alan Jackson. Is this true? Can you confirm or deny?
Well, look, I'm going to say that I don't know for sure if he is or if he isn't. So I would like the rumours to keep going, because, I am hoping that they're going to lead me toward meeting Alan Jackson at some point in time. So, look, I'm going to give it a not sure on that.
Okay, she's not going to confirm or deny, guys. So we're just going to leave it there. Leave us hanging on the edge of our seats.
Shout out Hoochie, do something.
Well, you've also got a new track out, 1990 something. How did this one come together? I'm absolutely loving it.
Oh, thank you so much. Speaking of Alan Jackson and artists like that from the 90s, Shania Twain, Jodie Messina, I could literally go on forever, Brooks and Dunn. All of that music is the music that I grew up on and was listening to when I was a kid. I was raised up in the 90s myself, so that was the music I just thought was just country music before it was 90s country, now throwback. But I actually wrote the idea for the song down while I was standing side stage recently watching Zac Top.
Okay.
So-
and that's kind of where you drew your inspiration from.
Yeah, I just felt like when I was standing there watching him on stage, it felt like, you know, people had put their phones away, people were like in the moment singing along, and I was looking out at the crowd and I was thinking, this like looks like what and you know, obviously he sounds like he's straight out of the 90s.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, this looks exactly like what I imagine it would have looked like in the 90s at a festival. So that's where I got the inspiration from. It just was a throwback to everything that inspired me to want to be a country singer.
I love that. Does that happen often for you too? Like sometimes you're just walking around at a concert somewhere and you think, oh, that's a good idea for a song. I'm going to put that in my notes, and then you kind of revisit it later.
Literally all the time. Like I'm always just putting voice memos down or little bits in my notes. Like I'll be sitting at a concert and Jeremy will be saying to me, like, stop having your phone light so bright, because I'll be like madly writing down an idea for a song. Like I get so inspired by listening to music. So, you know, lots when I'm driving and I'll have to like pull a car over, put down a voice memo. I'm always inspired. I think it's actually like the motion of the car, and sort of your brain can just go into that like sort of more, I don't know, euphoric place or something. And also, a lot while I'm listening to music or at concerts.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Well, I've got a round of 5 fast questions. Deni edition, if you're up for it.
I'm the worst at answering fast questions, but I'll try.
Okay, the first one I've got is your favourite song to perform up on stage, whether it's one of your own or a cover up there.
Little More Country. It's always my favourite.
Yeah. I love straight up.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is because it's like I feel like the whole energy of the crowd changes, and like the whole crowd start to do like this at the same time. I don't know. There's just like a vibe about it.
I love that. Because you're up there, you can see so much from there. You know, and you kind of jump off each other. The energy.
Yeah.
Right?
There's certain songs that just everybody like does the same thing to, and that's like the one that everyone does it to.
I love that. The next one I've got is your dream festival lineup. Who obviously you're going to be on your dream festival lineup, but who's going to be up there with you?
Oh my gosh, that's the hardest ever. I would probably go at the moment myself. I would go Shania Twain. I would go Dolly Parton. I would go, actually, I love Tim McGraw. Like, I think Tim McGraw is such an incredible performer. Love him so much. I'm going to regret this because I'm going to forget people. Probably Brooks and Dunn. I just recently saw them and they were absolute fire. So it'd be cool if they were all coming out to Australia on a festival.
Yes, I'd be getting a ticket for sure. I'm so there.
Coming to my festival.
Yes,
Good.
yeah, you can count me in. I'll do media. I'm there.
It's called Max Country.
Oh, she's got a name. She's got the lineup. We just need a location, a date. We'll lock it in.
Perfect. You can do the interviews backstage.
Yeah, done. We're all sorted. The next one I've got is, what's your most played song on your personal playlist right now? Like, what's that one song that you kind of go to first?
Oh, so many. I really love Ella Langley's album, and I really love Is It Better Be Tough? I think that's if you're gonna be tough, you better be tough. I really like that song.
Yes,
it's like I'm like raging in my car listening to that song.
Some songs just slap so hard, especially when you're driving. You're like, yes, this is my jam.
I love it, honestly. Like, she is so fire. I love it.
I love that. The next one I've got is, what's one thing you always bring on tour with you, or something you always do before you jump up on stage?
This is going to be the weirdest one ever, but I have this great little iron from Spotlight. It's this tiny little iron. I have to iron the boys' shirts because I think there is nothing worse than seeing like jeans or like Western shirts unironed. So I have this mini iron that I do, and shout out to Kaylee Bell because she told me where she got it, and now I have one. So my iron would definitely be one, and I always, this is another weird one, I usually have a quickies because sometimes,
you never know.
Sometimes when you've eaten really fast before you go on stage, and then you just got to get a bit of quickies in there before you start singing and pushing all the food up,
Yeah. I love that.
The 2 weirdest answers ever.
No, that's great. That's what we want. The next one I've got is, do you have a most embarrassing moment up on stage at all?
Oh, recently on the Fresh Country tour, actually, I was out with Lane Pittman and the Wet Whistles and Dylan Wright, and I fell over while I was walking on stage. So what actually happened was my guitarist, who was like standing on the side I was walking on, Bo, he had his guitar lead, and he's usually on the other side of the stage. So he threw his guitar lead out the way he usually does, which usually would be away from me. But this time it was into my line of walking. And I walked
walked out, ran out, and I slipped straight down. But I sort of did like the splits, and then I just like somehow I got all this strength, and I just went straight back up.
It's amazing what you can do under pressure.
And it was honestly one of my favourite shows ever because I think like I laughed so hard at myself. Like I sort of went like, yeah, at the crowd, and everyone like cheered. And I laughed so hard that I think I got like any nervous energy or anything out, and it was like the best set ever. So it was sort of embarrassing, sort of good.
Yeah, set the mood from the start, and you just went from there.
Just get the. I mean, honestly, I'm never trying to be the coolest artist ever. So you know, if I fall over, whatever, I think it makes it memorable. You know.
Yeah, I love that. Well, Max Jackson, thank you so much for joining us, and we cannot wait to catch you up on that stage here at Deni.
Yes. Oh my God, let's do it now. I'll do a warm up and then go again later.
Do some stretches. You don't want to slip over.
No, seriously, come and do them with me.
But still when love is grown in southern ground and a little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Well, we're here at the Deni Ute Muster, and joining me right now, I've got the Zac Brown Band. Thanks so much for joining me, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. How you going?
Yeah, so good. You guys have obviously travelled long and far to get here. What was the journey like down here? It was all good?
Yeah, all good. All good. I got in yesterday evening and got a good night's sleep, so we're ready to rock.
I love it. And have you had a chance to check out Deni so far? Have you gotten to see any utes, any cars revving their engines? You haven't had a chance yet?
No, but I love to overland as well. So I've got an old 80 series Land Cruiser that's like my baby at home. So I know that it's cool that that's like the central focus here. Everybody bringing their rigs,
What's like the equivalent to a Ute Muster where you guys are? Is there anything similar over there?
They don't have utes. You can't buy them. You have to like import the parts here and then chop the back of them and everything. So yeah, the first time I came here, like, I don't know, 30 years ago, I was like, or 25 years ago, I was like, how do I get one of those here? So we'd have to import them. They're right-hand drive. But
true.
But no, we've got a 10 on top. Got lights all the way around, like light bars around it. Got a great suspension, like airbags on the truck. Got drawer system in the back. Swing away tire. You know, it's pretty. It'll go about anywhere you need to go.
You got the full setup. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
That's what we love. Well, you guys have had an incredible career, you know, multiple hit songs and awards. When you look back, is there a moment there where it's just a huge pinch me moment, something that you look back on and think, yeah, that was just a big highlight for you?
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start, but I never take for granted every time we get up in front of a crowd and they're there to hear us and they know our words. Like that's a pinch me moment every single night that we get to play.
Yeah. And you know, your live shows, they're so known for their energy, unique covers. How do you decide, you know, which songs actually make it into the set list? It's got to be pretty tough to, you know, narrow them down.
Yeah, we try to change it up when we go to different places.
Yeah.
You know, when we come back to your city again, like a year or two later, we want to have a different show for everybody. So I think that's one of the things. I mean, it's competitive because people could go see anyone they want. So what are we going to do different the next time we come back? The next time we come back here, we'll have a different show.
Yeah. And I'm sure you see a lot from the stage. You know, you've got a huge crowd out there. Is there anything just super crazy that's happened out there in the crowd that you've seen?
I'm pretty sure I saw a little meth baby get conceived in West Virginia while we were playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something. Yeah. I love that. Well, you guys have created so many big hits over the years. You know, Chicken Fried. It's a song that so many people know word for word. Did you ever imagine that it would become just such a big hit that it has?
We would play it in bars. I mean, we were playing it out like 200-300 people crammed in a sports bar for years.
Yeah.
And we knew about their reaction that it was a big song, but you know, it's like Jimmy Buffett said about Margaritaville. It's like that song's kept the lights on for a long time. So, and I don't sit around the house playing it, but I do love to play it for people when we're at shows.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I've got a round of 5 fast questions here, Deni edition, if you guys are up for it.
All right.
Okay. The first one I've got is your favourite song to perform up on stage, whether it's one of your own or a cover up there.
Probably Colder Weather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that. The next one I've got is Dream Festival lineup. Obviously, you guys are going to be up there, but who's going to be up there alongside you up on stage?
Man, I love the Teskey Brothers.
Yeah.
We want to try to tour them. I was thinking about that for this next year. There's another guy, Gregory Alan Isaacoff, that I really love. Lake Street Dive is another one.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty sick tour. That's kind of the one I was thinking we want to try to pull together.
I'm getting a ticket. I'm so there.
Right.
The next one I've got is, what's your most played song on your playlist right now? What's the one song that you're kind of going towards right now in your personal playlist?
Yeah, I want to chip in on that one.
Marcus King just released a new album, so I've been playing that album on constant repeat. Yeah, so basically any song off of that album is at the top of my playlist right now.
Yeah, I love that. The next one I've got is one thing you guys always bring on tour, or something you guys do as a group before you jump up on stage. Do you have any like pre-show rituals at all?
We do, yeah. We could do it right now. You want to do it with us?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
what are we doing?
Here. Put your hand
All
in. Yeah, everybody's got to look me in the eye.
Okay.
And on the count of 3, we say, ooh, girl. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, girl! That is good. You guys feeling ready then to jump up on stage? Like, we're ready to go, right? The next one I've got, it's the last one I've got as well. Do you guys have a most embarrassing moment up on stage?
Just being with Clay all the time. He likes to run around naked. He's kind of a
like
voyeur.
You get the gear off?
We'll see.
Gear off.
We'll see what happens tonight.
That's some pretty good falls.
He did trip pretty hard.
Over the years, there's been a couple falls.
Yeah.
Zach stepped on this, like the lights went out, and he stepped on this monitor in his shin, and I think it about tore his leg off.
Oh my God,
I was
you have to
wearing
go
a
to the
mask.
hospital?
I had a latex mask on that had like Day of the Dead paint on it.
Yeah.
And the opening act had just played, and they left their monitor on the stage, so it's not normally there.
Yeah.
So I had this mask on, and I'm only seeing out of these little holes, like a horror mask almost. And so I go to start playing my solo, and I just march out and march my shin. I actually got a staph infection on my leg, like smashed my. But I hit the ground, electric guitar in hand, everything, the full like, bang, like.
When you fall with the guitar on, you don't know whether to like save the guitar or save your face.
Right.
So somewhere in there is kind of like there's not really a right way to do it. You know?
And did you stick out the whole show, or did you kind of have to go get some first aid?
Yeah, you don't stop nothing. You don't stop the show for anything.
Yeah. So you just toughed it out,
gotta
got
keep
through the
going,
show,
for sure.
then checked in with a doctor.
Yeah. I was talking to the crew afterwards too. I was like, "Why was that monitor still out there, boys? You know, you want to put a mask on? Let me throw you into that thing one time."
I love that. Well, Zac Brown Band, thank you so much for joining me here at the Deni Ute Muster. We cannot wait to catch you guys up on that stage tonight.
Thank you. All right, sounds good. Let's get it.